My glasses and I make a great team. Together we travel far and near.
We take walks in imaginary and real forests alike. We observe tiny creatures dancing under my microscope. We do great mischief and have lots of adventures too. But sometimes we are separated. Sometimes I lose my glasses, and that is no fun at all. Without my glasses, I am sad and confused. Without my glasses, I am not me. Sometimes I fear talking about losing my glasses. I'm afraid that my parents will be mad at me. I'm afraid that my friends will laugh at me. I want to talk about it because without my glasses, I am not me. Without my glasses, the words on the page of my book are a blurry rainbow, dancing from left to right, a string of endless oohs and ees that mean nothing. With my glasses, the words on the page of my book make sense. They are well-chosen, well-connected letters. My get into a new and wonderful adventure. Without my glasses, I see shapes and shadows. I wonder, could that be a dog or a cat? But why does it look like a three-legged creature? With my glasses, I am certain. I know for sure that is no cat at all. I know for sure that is a four-legged creature. Without my glasses, I have to kiss the board to read the thing. My neck aches from craning to look at the writing board. With my glasses, I can sit anywhere in the class and read everything. I can sit back and relax like the rest of them. Without my glasses, the only sound I hear is the pounding of a hammer, a constant headache. I am truly upside down. With my glasses, I hear quiet. I can whisper, shh. I am thinking. I am creating. I am on top of the world. Without my glasses, it's a dull, dull world. I wonder, is that flower red or maroon? I wonder, is that bird gray or black? With my glasses, I can see the brilliant red of the flower. I am certain the bird outside of my window has gray feathers.
With my glasses, it is full color. The end.
Can you hear the tiny squeak of Little Mole's cart? Its rhythm circles like the sound of a sparrow singing, I see you, over and over. Little Mole sang the words above the parroting of his wheel. Between the edge of the great green lawn and the border of the afternoon, Little Mole sank into the long dark tunnels of his best friend Petrie. There was barely a sound except for the echoing of I see you, I see you, I see you, bouncing against the damp walls. Petrie had spent the whole morning arranging and rearranging for the arrival of his best friend. He brought out his finest pillows, his pile of books, and a silver cup for the flour that Little Mole would always bring on each visit. When Little Mole arrived, they spoke about the cooler weather, about lawns, and how enjoyable light dusting can be. As with every visit, they soon sat down while Petrie started to read softly from the pages of a small green book. People have 10 to 40 moles, and they can fade away and even change shapes. It's important to know Little Mole leaned forward. Go on, please. Little Mole? Yes, Pet? I need your help. Come sit next to me. Petrie turned the book to Little Mole. I cannot see this word. It's blurry. Can you read it for me, please? Pet, I can see it, but I don't know how to read. Petrie patted the head of his friend, and they both sat in silence, enjoying the scent of the beautiful flower. The next week, Petrie spent the whole morning arranging and rearranging for the arrival for his best friend. He brought out his finest 2 pillows and a silver cup for the bright flower that Little Mole would bring on each visit, but no book. When Little Mole arrived, they placed the flowers in the silver cup and sat in silence. Little Mole, can I ask you something? Yes, Pat. Do you ever feel sad? Little Mole shook his head from side to side. No, I don't think so, no. They both sat very still, and Little Mole's whiskers began to shake just a little bit. Pet, he said, looking into the eyes of his friend. Yes, Little Mole? It's not true, what I said. Sometimes I do feel sad. Petrie patted the head of his friend and sighed. Little Mole stayed for a little bit and then abruptly left, knowing exactly what he must do. Early the next morning, Little Mole tied together his beloved toothbrushes and pulled them across green lawns and tall fields to the busy streets where the mole could make a fair trade. Little Mole, after some time, found a shop window full of eyeglasses and chipped dishes. He untied his toothbrushes and walked through the door to a slow mole behind a dirty glass counter. Hi, I'm Mole. How can I help? I'd like to trade these in for a pair of your best eyeglasses, please. Mole looked at the green brush and then the purple one. I'll take the purple one, but why do I need 2 of them? What can I get in return? The slow mole waddled back into the back room and brought a pair of old glasses held together with yellowing tape. Try these on. Thank you, sir. Now can you see me? I see you, Little Mole said, and left with his only toothbrush and a pair of broken eyeglasses. The next week, Petrie was slouching on an old chair when Little Mole arrived. There was no silver cup. There were no fine pillows, and no books. Pet, I brought you something. You shouldn't have. Please, fetch a book. Petrie, slightly confused, left for a moment and returned with the small green book. Little Mole let his friend settle back into his chair and handed him the eyeglasses. These are for you, Pet. Little Mole leaned forward as Petrie placed the glasses on his nose and opened the book. Go on, Pet. Petrie looked down at Little Mole as his whiskers began to shake just a little bit. I'm so sorry. These don't really work. It's all still very blurry. They both sat in silence, with neither bothering to mention that Little Mole forgot to bring a flower. Little Mole went through everything he owned and knew with his heart that his black leather boot was both precious and priceless, and set out in the morning through green lawns and tall fields. Little Mole entered the shop as the slow mole looked up from his book. I'd like to trade these in for your finest pair of eyeglasses. The slow mole put down his book and inspected the boot. Well, what am I going to do with one shoe? I'm so sorry, I can't make a trade. The slow mole felt bad, so he let Little Mole pick any book he chose to take home. When he got home, Little Mole opened the book and noticed that it did not seem to be the same language as in Petrie's books. The lines and marks were so pleasing that it seemed to make some sort of sense. That night he began to teach himself to read, and day after day and night after night he fell into the spell of those black marks on the yellow paper and forgot to visit his friend Petri. Petri became worried when little Mole stopped visiting, and early one morning set out across yellow fields and green lawns to the hill where his friend lived. Much to his surprise, he found little Mole sitting outside with a yellow book by his side. They spoke about the warmer but rainier weather, about lawns and the merits of exercise. They both sat down in the sun, and little Mole opened up the book and began to hum the most beautiful song that Petri had ever heard. When the song came to its end, they both sat in silence. Then Petri gave his friend a pat on his head and said, "Go on. Again, please."